Let's go. Today? What's today? What's today, Jack? This is all Dan's fault, by the way. You notice how every morning it's Dan's fault? Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Are we at a rave? Yes, we are. And what? And thrust. And what? And thrust. Go. 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 Come on, Dan. Move those hips. Good morning. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Yeah. We have so many different names this morning. Hopefully today isn't a repeat of what happened yesterday. That would be a little bit annoying. Uh, I also wish Path had a smaller float because this would be an easy stock of the day. Easy, right? So these guys had that news with NVIDIA and OpenAI. And so let me pull up the headline here. This one doesn't quite have all the companies that they announced a partnership with. But yeah, so they agreed a partnership with OpenAI, right? So, and so they also had a partnership with NVIDIA. So I like what they're doing. The only issue with this one is that 400 million share float. So that's going to be a bit of an obstacle, right? So 400 million shares. So that's going to be difficult to move. It's done really well so far, but once the market opens, it tends to be slower, but we'll see. Ready? So your resistance is right there, right below $16. So that's not a massive surprise. We're going to need to break above that level if we want to go anywhere. BENF is kind of similar, not in terms of like float, but the sidewaysness and the predictable resistance. So for now, if you're playing with BENF, just watch that 200 EMA, closer to 58.59 cents. The VWAP and the 200 and the demand zone and a double bottom, right? So that level seems to be a good support level, but then the resistance isn't too far away, right? So it's quite obvious there too. So we seem to be ranging for a lot of these names, right? So support, and support all the way across. So resistance closer to 66 cents on BENF. Bonjour, se revoir. Like I said, a whole bunch of names that are just random. Like Wolf is kind of in a similar boat too. $30 resistance. And then support closer to 27.80-ish, 27.50. So we'll keep an eye on that level. CRE's done well this morning, CRE. But then you had that demand zone and the supply zone, right? So your support is closer to $1. Your resistance is closer to $1.30, right? Yeah, like there's so many different random names that could easily pop at the open. So we'll just have to wait and see. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Luna, good morning. BLK, good morning. Mano, bonjour. Chris, DP, both moving. Cam, Jericho, good morning. Bilal, good morning. Again, I've missed a whole bunch of you, but good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let me take a look at SPRC. Last I looked at SPRC, it wasn't doing anything. Right, it's trying to come back off the bottom here, but it's so far below the 200. Not a horrible thing when the market's about to open, though, which is good. CM, good morning. Anek, good morning. Tony, yes. Let's go. LT Mark, good morning. Emma, good morning. So yeah, SPRC with a bit of a curl there. And then let me add the last one to Imad, good morning. Shima, good morning. Again, if I've missed you, good morning. I promise it's because Dan made me show up late. That's why. It's because Dan made me show up late. DPRO. Yeah, so a bit of a pop there and then same resistance, right? This one doesn't look bad at all. Again, it's 18%, like it's nothing crazy. And then a triple top at 860. Chris. Pronik, good morning. Nurse. Bonjour, monsieur. Bonjour, bonjour. AK, good morning. BB, good morning. Craig, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's not his fault. Do better. Wow. It's Dan's fault. Alrighty. So the S&P is also gapping down this morning with BTC. So seems like there's so much going on today with Trump speaking later today, and then speaking at 3 p.m. and then signing some EQs. And anyways, there's just a whole bunch of random stuff. Also, there's been talks of like a government shutdown as well. So I'm sure that's having somewhat of like an impact on the markets. Hopefully they can figure that out as soon as possible, please. The market's open in like 30 seconds. Question for you guys in the chat though: what's your favorite stock going into the open? What are your favorite stocks going into the open, everybody? So BENF probably at the top of the list here for most of you. Probably BENF needs to break out. Path needs to break above that resistance, right? So again, with some good news, CRE closer to $1 beta, right? And then 130 resistance. You can see how random it is, right? There's so many different names that we could be looking at. That's the issue, which is okay, right? We'll see what performs here at the open. And there goes the open, guys. So BENF again, I like. Just that 66 resistance there. So we'll see if we can actually break out. CRE, again, the closer we get to $1, the better in terms of like support. So we shall see. And then path, again, that resistance up there is going to be a problem, especially after the open with it being a bigger float. Alrighty. SKYQ not really doing much there. DPR is breaking above that resistance there, Chris. Right? The only downside is that the market just opened and it's a fat green candle there, but that's an aggressive candle there. And it's a 860 resistance. That thing destroyed it. But again, it's the first candle. Yeah. So DPRO looks really good there. For now, that's the only name actually breaking above resistance. Right? We know how important that is. We've kind of talked about that. Right? When you have a million names in at the open, the most important one is the one that breaks out. Right? So for now, that's DPRO. The volume doesn't seem to be coming through for the follow through, but it's currently looking like the best name. Right? So there it goes. Right? Again, my only concern with these names always is that you want to be careful at the open, right? But for now, DPRO, good job, Chris. I like it. I like it. I like it. Give us a few minutes for some consolidation and boom skis. Howard. Howard, patience, patience, patience. Patience, patience, patience. So BENF is retesting that support at the bottom of the range. We mentioned that 58.59. So let's see if we can consolidate, right? So just because we're testing support doesn't mean you jump in. We need to kind of hold that level. So let's see if we can stay above that. Alrighty. So yeah. Yeah. SPRC is also flying here now. Yeah, Chris was onto it. Chris? Yeah, SPRC with a nice pump to the VWAP. So 670 resistance on this one. SPRC. You notice how much chaos we get at the open sometimes? Right, that thing just hit 670 and back to 620, right? So a lot of chaos. VWAP resistance path hasn't really done anything that's worth looking at, right? So wait for it to consolidate if you're interested. BENF is still trying to hold that 58.59 cents. So wait for that consolidation. If we start curling, that would be a really good thing, because a stock like this with the volume and the float could cook if the right things happen, right? So, but it's going to need to start off by holding the bottom of the range there. EPOW, nice little break above the 200 EMA. We want to see a higher low on this one for sure, though, but nice pop. Wolf obviously had that resistance at $30 and then came back to retest. So yeah, CRE with Bilal holding that $1 level nicely, right? So if it can stay above, that would be good. BENF seems to be holding for now. Hopefully we stay above. hopefully. And guess what? Look at DPRO, guys, all the way back down, right? So this is my concern with the open, right? Like this is my concern with the open is 1 second we look amazing, the next second we're back to the abyss, right? DPRO looked like the best stock, 920, and then back to 820. Like it just lost a dollar, just like that, right? Look at SPRC, all the way up there, all the way back down to the bottom of the range. So the open is not for the not for the weak, not for the weak. Alrighty, so again, if you're ever concerned about getting in at the open, you sit on your hands and you just wait. Just sit back, relax. Right? Give it a few minutes. Let the pump and dumps happen and then go from there. BENF, like I said, BENF has all the ingredients to fly like an eagle, you know? So if they can stay above that 58, 59, that'd be a good start. A good start. EPOW is also looking good here. La, 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 la. A good start. Everything still seems to want to be testing the range. Testing the range. I don't quite see anything that I'm confident in yet. Nothing that I'm quite confident in yet. Yeah, MNDR had that news. I need to pull up MNDR and IBG as well. Yeah, IBG, Chloe. Yeah. So I'll take a look at those two in a second. The IBG is right here, actually, right? So it's already up here. It seems like we're kind of playing around $4 for now, Chloe. So that's not too bad. SKYQ is testing the 200, so let's see if it stays above that 200 EMA, and then I'll pull up MNDR. CRE is still holding $1, so hopefully it stays above $1 there. And we're testing the bottom again here for BENF, right? So without the breakout at the top, it's always a bit, slower. Slower. SPRC is trying to stay above the 200 EMA. Trying. Let me take a look at MNDR. Again, do you guys remember what happened yesterday? Right, the morning was super slow, super annoying, super scammy, right? But as the day progresses, like you end up doing well. So sometimes you just have to be patient. And a lot of you guys waited till after hours and actually cooked in after hours, right? CRE is doing a really good job though of holding that $1 bottom, so that's a good thing. So let's see if we can stay above this bottom and then retest the top of the range, right? So we actually do need something to break out though. Watching BENF all morning. Yeah, it's breaking below that 200 EMA, which isn't exactly a good thing. But we'll be patient with it. Path was always going to be difficult once the market opened, guys. It might still turn around and be a slow and steady, climber today, but with a 400 million share float, it's always easy in pre-market. Always easier. EPOW again looked amazing. Now we're looking weak, right? So we're gonna keep telling you, if you're not sure at the open, be patient, right? Wolf did the split, came out of bankruptcy, blah 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 blah, right? And then it's done okay. Your resistance is still at $30. Devin, whenever you get to this spot, just know that you're delayed. SPRC slowly creeping back up there again, slowly. And DPR is holding that demand zone at the bottom too, Chris. SPRC just has resistance at the view up as usual. As usual. Yeah, the open has been suspicious. Suspicious. If Wolf could break above $30, that would be nice. That would be nice. Okay, there you go. ETCH. Do, 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 do. Come on now, give us something. Give us something, markets. What happened to all these 1,000% gainers, guys? I mean, even 200. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? Right? This happens every so often, obviously, but damn. We could have saved one of those for, sheesh. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like those scalps, right? Don't get me wrong. Those scalps, right? But I mean, look at DPRO. Like it's up 26%, right? That's the one that's testing resistance again here. Yeah, 26%. That's it. That's all we could do. That was a good bounce off the bottom, though. Chris, did you get back in on this? I know these are your two favorite names. So $9 resistance still for DPRO. BENF is trying to reclaim that 200 EMA. So let's see if we can reclaim that level. You did? Jeffrey, are you okay? Yep. Vacation, Jason. I mean, I don't mind them doing that. On the first candle pops, good job, Chris. Good job. Yeah, especially at the open, when your stocks are popping at the open, I'd rather you do that than hold bags, right? CRE's done a good job though of holding that bottom. We simply just need something to break out, right? CRE is definitely a good candidate for that, right? But some of these names really need to get breaking out. Like we're getting so many different alerts now. Fate with an alert, but it's up 17%. CHS alert 9%. Like so many different random stocks. Wrist got X-rays and do not have any broken bones. That's good, Jeffrey. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Be safe, please. There goes $1.22 for CRE. So CRE's definitely, starting to emerge as a better name, right? Starting to look a little bit better here. That $1 was nice. That $1 was nice. Yeah, be careful on those bikes, guys. Be careful on those bikes. Yeah, yeah. I think it was last year. Some dude that I played soccer with and against for like so many years. Like he died from a motorcycle. Was it? Yeah, it was this year. It was like a few months ago. Yeah, craziness. Yeah, be safe. $1.22 incoming for the CRE. So again, that's looking better, right? We do need that $1.30 breakout though for the for the momentum to really kick in. Yeah. Let's go, Raven. Yeah, Raven loved the $1 test. So that would have been a good gamble there off a dollar. We just don't have any follow through today, Raven, for these names. No follow through for like the actual boom skis, Some other days like we'd be already testing $1.30 and destroying it. Today, like we go from a dollar and we're getting close to resistance. No boom skis. BENF is still holding, trying to reclaim. So hopefully something can actually push them. These two are kind of going sideways here as well. Wolf is testing that $30 again, guys. Wolf has been nice, right? Wolf has been nice. It's just again that $30 resistance has been a problem for this stock. Yeah, those Dan. Yeah, thank you. STAK with a bit of a pop as well. You can see that rejection for Wolf at $30. So Josh, some yard work, pump and dumps today. Hopefully we news in 18 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, Josh. Yeah, I think Cree definitely stands out a little bit. So hopefully this one can break out. We just need something to break out. That's always the beginning, right? Always the beginning. As soon as something breaks out, everybody's like, okay, we got it. We got it. Now let's FOMO. Let's FOMO. In terms of IPOs, today is the 30th. Um, there is an IPO, but it's a SPACy SPAC, so it doesn't really count, right? And it's also called Stonebridge. Stonebridge acquisitions, so not really interested, right? It's a SPAC. It's not going to move. Alrighty, so don't pay attention to this one and say, "Oh, there's an IPO coming." This is a SPAC. All SPACs IPO at $10, and they spend months looking for a merging partner. Even if they have one, it's still gonna be playing around that same $10 range. So yeah, so there's no point watching that. And also, it's called Stonebridge. I don't know who wants to be going to the bridge, but no barbecuing today, TJ. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Something will show up, right? You guys remember yesterday, right? If we go back, I just want to show you guys, right? I just want to show you guys, just because, right? Just because I think it's important that we know, right? So if we go back and we look at when BQ started to pop yesterday, it wasn't right away at the open, right? So it wasn't right away, right? So maybe it was actually, right? But those alerts never started coming through till like 30 minutes an hour, right? And then the explosion started, right? And then the boom skis, right? So there's really never really a need to be rushing at the open. Alrighty. Again, CRE, no follow through, right? So a dollar was nice, right? But then rejected right below that supply zone. So that's a bit annoying. Okay, not that I want to be looking at BQ. Let me take a look at SDK. That one came up the scanner as well. There, Raven. Yeah, it kind of looks very similar to the other one, doesn't it, Raven? CRE. So a dollar gamble. So for now, Raven, as long as you stay above 95 cents, I think you're okay. Alrighty. So as long as you stay above 95 cents, you're okay. Your resistance is closer to $1.15. Closer to $1.15 there for your first resistance, and then above $1.20. But it does look good though. It's trying. Um, Trying. BENF is just weakness, 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 weakness. Amy, weakness. Until we actually close above, that downtrend is just weakness for now. Weakness. Let me take a look at MSS, and then I'll take a look at Click as well. Yeah, MSS with a nice little pop there, but nothing too crazy. And then Click, going up the scanner. Nice little pop there, but again, nothing crazy. And Cruise retesting $1. Wolf is doing really well though. The only downside to this is like Wolf is a bit more of an expensive stock, right? But the chart for Wolf has done really well, like really, really well, really, really well. That's why Wolf was the first stock on when you look at the stream title. I usually try and pick the stocks that have the best technicals coming into the open to put at the front. Wolf looked the best, like performance wise. Just because at least you had 2 days of data, right? From yesterday to today, Wolf looked the best. The other names look a bit more suspicious, but Click is definitely pushing there. Pushing. Market is about to take a dip. Yeah. Yup. Yeah, Click is pumping there. Oof. Click is flying. Cooking Click. And that supply zone looks like we're closer to 45 cents. But that's a very good push. You're done for the day, Hollow? $885? Well done. Congrats. Yeah, no, Wolf has been really, really nice. Very, very nice. Again, your resistance is $30, right? It's been above it a few times. We're not really closing above, so maybe at some point it will. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking your gains at resistance, especially if you've been failing there the last hour, So congratulations. $1.15 is still that resistance, Raven, for this one. CRE is retesting the bottom again. The low of the day is 98.50, so hopefully it stays above 98.50 or even just a 200 EMA. EPOW, meh. BENF, no, nothing there to see yet. Path is always going to be difficult, right? Very difficult. And stack looks like it could run. So if the volume can come through, and then obviously click is had some nice pops there. Some nice pops. There you go. Yeah, Click is definitely looking like one of the better names for now. There isn't a catalyst for this, right? BK didn't have a catalyst yesterday either, but still, you want to be careful with these names that don't have catalysts, right? Just be cautious. But for now, though, Click looks like one of the best names. That supply zone is still there, though, right below 45. So just be mindful. Looks like SPRC. Another little pop there. Yeah, click the like. Golf IQ, come join us in Discord. If you're losing a lot of money, Golf IQ, become a Goat VIP member. And I'm not kidding, right? Because sometimes you're making mistakes that are quite fixable. So rather than lose the monies in the market, get some help. It says 3.75 million, Prince. 3.75 million. Again, that supply zone is still acting as a bit of an obstacle there, though. So be careful. Be careful. 42.50, 43, 44. Come on. Once you clear through 45, then people start to look at that 50 cents, right? So that would definitely be the level to break through. And just tap brand new highs, but unable to break above 45 still. These candles really do look like BQ candles, don't they? For Click, they really do look like BQ candles. Like BQ was like that, like so random, and like all over the place with the candles. Difference is this one's a penny stock though, but again, 45 resistance for now. Here we go. There we go. 45 pennies. 45 pennies. Type yes in the chat if you FOMO'd into Click. All the FOMO criminals, type yes in the chat if you FOMO'd into Click. Same thing with BQ. Yeah, they look very similar. Right, so this is what I mean. Like, people will actually, it looks very similar. Almost like it's the same criminal pumping this again. Caitlin, yeah? Good jobs. Giant Rider says, yup. Stuff like this, sometimes you just have to FOMO and take the risk, honestly. Right? Like stuff like this, when nothing else is moving, sometimes you just have to take that risk because there really isn't a reason that is, that we can say, oh, this is why, right? So if you're staying out of this because you don't trust it, that's completely understandable. Why? Because like, as much as it looks good, it also looks suspicious at the same time, right? So, and you can clearly tell, like, we haven't closed above that $45 resistance, right? So we're failing at resistance, 45 cents, right? So we broke above it but never closed above it, so that's resistance. So again, if you're sitting on your hands waiting for actual proper technicals on this, that's okay. Today is the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. So, yeah. Yep. Scanning of volume trades and pre-market movers. Golf IQ, that's really difficult, right? So again, stop losing the monies stop losing the monies. Get some help. Stack failed that supply zone Raven. Wolf is looking really good still, which is nice. At least we have something that's performing. But again, Wolf is more of an expensive stock now, right? But done really well. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Wolf. Speaking of which, guys, you want to know what just popped on the scanner? BQ just popped on the scanner. BQ's like, hey guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget me. So we want to see some higher lows on click here if that's possible, and then go from there. Alrighty. I'm gonna pull up BQ just because. Ivy, yes, and Patricia, you're both holding Wolf. Good jobs. Yeah, click not click. BQ's back above $10. Yes, so we just had to talk about it a little bit, Click doesn't quite look like it's done yet, right? We're trying to curl back up. So we shall see. CRE's just been chilling at that same bottom here. Just chilling at the bottoms. Again, try it for a month. If you don't like it, you can always cancel. You are on it. Below. Tight stop loss. Okay, sounds good. There goes Wolf, guys. There goes the Wolf. And there goes Click as well, retesting the top of the range again. So Click made brand new highs. So brand new highs on Click there. Not quite closing above that 45 yet, but looking better. And then Wolf is at $32. So Wolf has definitely looked like the better name, Hmm. There we go. Yeah, Click is really wanting to close above that 45. Really wanting to close above the 45. There goes brand new highs, 47. $47.50, 48 cents. 48 pennies. Click. See, Click showed up out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere. And it's done okay. So when those names are annoying in the morning, other names will show up eventually. Aaron, yes, kind of. Yes, for the most part, yeah. Like we've kind of structured a channel in Discord called the New Trader Education section. That if you go from the top to the bottom, you have a pretty good foundation. Yeah, so a very good foundation. Anyways, yeah. Oi, oi, oi. What do I say to? What do I say? Yeah, there you go. What do I say to Horn then? The gold level is not available. Um, what do I say? It says sold out. Do 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 do. Yeah. Um, there you go, Rich. You're done for the day. 300. Perfect. That's a good daily goal. BQ is looking really good. So is IBG. IBG and BQ both popping there. BQ's on the left hand side there, by the way. Right. So nice little spike there from 10 breakout to $11 right away. Actually 11.50 on that pop. The spread is still really suspicious. To be able to do the educational, Alicia, the legend level, the legend. Alrighty, you can go to so if you sign up for the legend level, just go to the go to the new trader education channel and just start from the top and start working your way down. Right, by the end you're gonna have a really good foundation of what you're supposed to be doing. Alrighty. Um, I know. Yeah, it really is. Like it seems really simple, Dan. Like really simple, pretty simple stuff. Pretty simple in my opinion. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull up IBG here tonight. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if you sign up tonight, the your invite link is going to be in the community section on YouTube, or just go back to the just go back to the or just send me an email, hotradesx at gmail. Alrighty. Yeah, IBG just seems to be going back and forth though. So same resistance. That was a good pop, right? $4 to $5 almost. That was a really good pop on IBG. It's a really good pop, right? So you can see that resistance on the left hand side here though, right? But the support at the bottom was actually quite nice. Um, IBG's been making the rounds though, like around social media. So I'm sure some of you guys are holding this one. Type yes in the chat if you're holding IBG. IBG. Yeah, so that $5 resistance on this one. Thank you, Dan. Let me pull up a SPY really quickly here. That's a nice recovery. Nice little pop. Is it gonna break out though? Looks like it wants to. Looks like it wants to. Interesting. Golf IQ, I think you're complicating it. That's probably why sometimes like you can listen to the way that someone has conversations and you can see why they're losing. Um, right? Golf sometimes, like honestly, sometimes, right? So you're losing monies in the market and you're worried about like and you're asking like you never lose anymore, right? That's not the goal, right? So education, 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 right? That's what you should be focused on. And if you're losing money, you should be willing to get the education in terms of something that helps you out, right? Because you're definitely losing more than that in the market if you're losing every single day. Anyways, IBG testing $5 resistance here. So this is looking nice. Looking very, very nice, IBG. SKYQ, maybe? I'll take a look in a second. I want to see if this candle can actually close above the $5. Not quite yet. Wolf is actually holding up really well, really, really well. Next thing you know, we're gonna look at that stock and it's gonna be at $100. Let me take a look at SkyQ. So you're wondering if it's reversing? I don't like how it's on a downtrend here, Amevi. Don't like how it's on a downtrend. I would almost want to wait for this thing to break above 60 cents on its own or dip closer to 50, right? So the closer you are to that 52 bottom, 53, versus 60 cents for resistance. Yep, exactly. Exactly. The single most important investment you can make is the investment you make in yourself. How much you will lose before education becomes more valuable than your losses. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. When I started and I lost a lot of money. Yep. Exactly, Dan. Exactly. I know, right, Andy? Like we need some boom skis. IBG is failing at $5. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Not that I wanted to see the fail at $5. I wanted to see if it could actually hold $5 this time and then cook. But not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. So maybe it's not quite ready. So yeah, watch for 450 support. How it says facts. I lost 5K before I realized I needed help. Yep, right. And Howard and I had a good chat yesterday, one on one, and yeah, now it's time for Howard to cook. Make some monies, Howard. BQ still holding $10, so that's not horrible. You lost 150K, AG. Damn, what did you lose that money in? I'm telling you, like I've had some one-on-ones and people have lost some crazy amounts of monies. Look at that. Howard had a one-on-one yesterday and he's up today, right? Give me a high five, Howard. Give me a high five. Let's go. Right? So yeah. Yeah. Um I primarily stay because I enjoy roasting Blaze and his little wittiness. Unbelievable. Let's go. So yeah, I think who was it that upgraded to the gold level? Upgrade to the gold VIP level. Was it Juan? Yeah, Juan. Upgrade to the gold VIP level and let's have a chat. And Howard, keep making monies, please. We need more monies. Let's go, John. Welcome back. Is okay if you have $10,000 to split up into 5 trades, Matthew, because of the split. Yeah. For the past 5 weeks. Oh, okay. Congratulations, John. Yeah. Uh, just much better at long-term investments, and my Tesla stock is up 100%. Golf, yeah, and that's okay. The difference is like, the difference is, when you play with a name like Tesla or Nvidia, like you're playing with stocks that have a history of performing, right? So you can trust those names. Whereas when you paper trade, you're trying to bring that same, like when you day trade, you're trying to bring that same mentality into a stock that isn't supposed to make sense, right? Momentum stocks not gonna work, right? You can't be diamond handing momentum stocks like you do with the Tesla. That's a recipe for the bridge. Recipe for the bridge. No one trusted Tesla, and everyone told me not to buy it. Yeah, but who's no one though? Right. Reverse splits, yeah, up 11,000% for Rhea. Yeah, these are all just splits. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Do, do, do. Yeah, days like these though, guys, you just want to be patient and scalp because those nice days will come back again. Ready? Ben F, yeah, Ben F is looking better now, it looks like. That's that 59 to 60 cents is still resistance here though, Tony. Yeah, because of the 200 and the VWAP. Pita. That was a nice crossover. So closer to 50 cents bounce, but we need to be getting back above 60 and then they should look better. IBG is having a hard time at 60 at $5. Hard time at $5. Come on, Peter. Make something pump, please. We need something to pump piece. Right. So when the market's this low, it's not that there are not opportunities for scalps. They are, but there's just no follow through. Right. So again, sit on your hands, like patience, patience, patience. There's no need to be rushing into anything. Don't feel the need to trade, right? Don't feel like you have to be trading. Sit on your hands and wait. Because when the market's hot, you're gonna have opportunities. So people literally make like a monthly goal in one day in a week when the market's amazing, right? Like if you don't, if we're sitting in a like if we're going sideways, pump and dumps, you don't feel like you need to be, you don't like sit on your hands and just wait. Just sit back, relax. Because when the market cooks, we will cook. How's the Peter's basements? Oh, Matthew, you remember that? And yeah, I saw pizza. Let's go. Pizza cooked ES today, Dan. Cooked it. Why ES instead of NQ? Good job though. Can we take a look at Click? It looks like it might be a good support. Austin, oh, yes, of course. Click is on the right hand side here. You do have it looks like it's kind of holding, 39 cents, right? The last 30 minutes, all those dips have been holding that 39 cents. So as long as you stay above that, Austin, not horrible, right? Click really looks like BQ looked yesterday. If that thing breaks above that 48 cents, that previous high, then there might not be any stopping for this name. So for now, 39 cents versus 48. Yeah. Again, in this market, wait. Make sure you're waiting for setups that work in your favor rather than against. Right? There's no need to FOMO in this market when you know most things are pump and dumps. Please, right? There's no need to be forcing anything. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Take a second, smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot, and come join us in Discord already. Come join us. Yeah, so Wolf hit 32.26 and then came back down. SKYQ, BENF, right? 200 and the VWAP, obviously resistance. Path needs more volume. IBG again, $5, too much resistance for that thing, right? But what do I think of CRE? I think we mentioned holding above it, like it broke below already. So this one would need to reclaim a dollar and consolidate. If not, just kind of leave it alone for now, right? So yeah, Austin says membership is worth it. Made my membership fee for 3 years in the first trading day. Look at that, guys, right? So while we have some people asking like, oh, if I join, am I gonna make money? I'm never gonna lose again, right? While they're losing money in the market, you have someone like Austin joining, making 3 years of membership in one day. 3 years in one day, right? So these are the people that succeed, taking that leap of faith and putting in the work, right? You jump and you put in the work. That's how you find success, right? You don't know what's gonna happen, but you're like, you know what? No regrets, right? Let me try it. That's not my voice, right? You have some people taking that leap of faith and making monies. And then some people are saying, but if I join, are you going to give me signals? Are you going to tell me when to buy and sell? Am I going to keep making money every day? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, keep cooking, Austin. My advice for everybody that's doing well is keep those losses small, right? Keep those losses small. The losses will come, always keep them small. Uh, is faith worth getting into? Let's take a look. Yeah, click is still holding up well, actually. Holding up well. I'll come back to. Let me take a look at faith really quickly, and then we'll come back to this one. Uh, yeah, faith actually does look good, doesn't it? Your next resistance seems to be doo, 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 doo. Mm, yeah, it seems it almost moves like it needs a bit more volume, but not horrible. Click is looking good still. It just needs to reclaim that 45 and then 48 again. So, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, it's very slow, Blue. Zura looks nice there, doesn't it? Zura. Okay. Trump tweeted saying that we've begun construction on the Golden Dome. We have started construction. So that's interesting. There are some golden dome stocks that we can look at for sure. Yeah, no, Fade looks good. It's just super slow. Super slow. Super slow. Um, he knows it's actually built using gold, right? uh, in trading, I went down 5%, then got back in for a year for the year before end of November, Matthew. Okay, progress. As long as you learn from the mistakes, that's all that matters. Beanie's halted up again, guys. I don't know why that thing, pump and dumps every day, but um, yeah, I don't know why. BENF is really trying to reclaim that 200 here, and the view app. Here it goes. See if this candle can actually close above. Let me take a look at Zura here. Zura has been off the scanner quite a few times. Yeah, Zura looks nice, doesn't it? Looks nice. That was a good breakout. The downside to some of these though is like they're so slow. So when you get the breakout, like the breakout happened all the way down there, but they're so slow that they don't go with any scanners. Like this was a good breakout. That would have been a really good entry on that breakout, right? And then boom skis. But sometimes they're so slow that the scanners don't necessarily pick them up. And click is a supply zone getting slapped. So 45 downtrend, slap. Look at Faith. Like Faith is just chilling there, like so slow. So slow. Working with other methods I found that like and understand. Good. Matthew, that's all that matters. It's all that matters. Hmm. Do, 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 do. So, what's for dinner tonight? Well, we better start making gains, otherwise we're gonna eat rocks. Howard, eat rocks. It's always nice to like have one-on-one still and chat with some of you, because it's one thing to just have a name in the chat like Howard, but it's another thing to have a conversation because then you like see that like someone like Howard is actually pretty funny and just it's always interesting compared to the Iron Dome. Yeah, Ray, craziness, crazy, crazy rocks or ramen. Let's see. Yes. Do, 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 do. Yeah, see, like BENF looks better, doesn't it? Right? Like it's finally coming back to life a little bit. You can tell it's having the same problem that the whole market's having is the lack of follow through. Like this looks better, right? But where's the boomskis though? I mean, look at that. It's slowly coming through, right? We're breaking above 60 cents. But damn, this is so slow. So slow. Like pump and dumps. Pump and dumps. There you go. Yeah, and then we pop a little bit and then we come right back down. So kind of an annoying market. Kind of annoying. Like Zura looks really good, but the way that it's moving is also really slow. Like it pops and then it chills there for a bit, and then it pops and then it chills, which isn't bad. Better than not doing anything. But you started making my for barbecue today, Mevi. Good. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe maybe something's about to show up. We've only really been open for an hour, right? So you think about it that way, like we haven't been here very long. Not very long. This slow, I would have went to the gym this morning, Howard. The good thing is you're green though, right? So good thing is you're green. Um, yeah, yeah. Pizza, because you should, because we need top two. Top two. Yeah, top two pizza. Yes. Ben F is still chilling above that view up and now. Like this looks really good. If the volume would kick in, this would be nice. Here comes 60 cents again. So we're about to test 61 pennies. Is anybody still holding Ben F in the chat? Anybody still holding Ben? There goes 62 pennies, guys. I did cook you pizza. But I will help. I will help the other weeks that I'm. Do, do. There we go. 62. That's what I mean, right? Like this thing looks really good. It's just the volume has been lacking. That's it, right? But look at it go now. Look at that. Oof, there we go. At least we have something now. Yeah, finally. Right, so resistance hasn't changed though, guys. Like, look at this resistance level we were watching in the morning, right? You see that level? That's the same spot, right? So be very careful, right? We're approaching that same resistance again, right? Same resistance at 66 cents. But it broke above the VWAP, it broke above the 200, it broke above everything. There's no reason why this thing shouldn't be cooking. No reason at all. Other than the fact that, like, other than the fact that we just don't have any follow through, this thing has all the ingredients to cook. It has, it's just missing the chef, but it looks like the chef is showing up now. So here comes a test of 66 cents. Here we go. Here we go. Testing once, testing twice. And we're failing at 66 for now. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. So yeah, that 66 resistance is a problem there. So again, hopefully no one's buying at 66 cents. Right? But again, this stock has those ingredients. So maybe a cup and handle. It would be nice if we got a cup and handle, like a retest close to 60 cents and then curl back up. That would be good. IBG is curling back above as well now, so that's looking better. Right? The only downside to this one is that supply zone. Right? The red zone all over the place. But again, it's curling back up, which is a good start. Zura. Mm. So resistance. We need something to break out, so we can start thrusting here. Something. Again, every so often the markets are like this, guys. So every so often it's super slow, and then we go boom skis, right? So as soon as Howard goes to the gym, just watch what happens. Just watch. I've never held Ben. uh, yeah, IBG looks like it wants to break above that downtrend. So that resistance is 470 ish. It needs to get above that level. 470 resistance for IBG. And then we need a nice cup and handle and a curl here for Ben. So Ben is looking like the better name for now. Especially if you can break out, that would be nice. Yeah, Howard. Yes. Come on, Ben. You can do it. Ran when you went to get water yesterday, so you're going to all day. Good. Oh, next time bring some water with you, or drink some water before the market opens, please. Please and thank you. Yeah, so IBG failed at that downtrend resistance, so 470 resistance. That's really not a surprise. We know that. And then IBG again. Sorry, not IBG. Ben F. Ben needs to get above 66 cents. Yep. Okay. Do. MTN halted down. Come on, Ben. You know you're the best stock in the market right now. Just prove it to the people. We want to see it. Don't just tell us. We want to see it. Come on, Ben. A bucket via cheer. Yogi? Yes, exactly. Na 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 na. 45 incoming. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, Ben. Exactly. I'm always getting these emails notification of like Canada Post strikes. Like, does anybody care about Canada Post? There we go, 66. There we go, guys. Here we go, Ben. Ben just tapped 67 cents. Again, type yes in the chat if you're holding Ben. Type yes in the chat if you're holding Ben. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, see, more people are holding Ben, you know. I wish Ben didn't have all these resistance levels there, but if we can close above 66, then your next logical target is closer to 72 cents. Alrighty. So 71, 72. So let's see if these candles can actually close above for Ben. And then we'll go from there. IBG. Watch that 200 EMA. So closer to $4.15 to $4. Shaw. Hopefully that is how you pronounce your name. Dang, Ben just did a scammy. Ben did a little scammy there. Stuff like that's quite annoying. Yeah. It has been Yogi. Interesting. Yeah, stuff like this is why this market's a bit annoying. So you can't really get a breakout and a follow through. Everything just wants to pump and dump. Kind of annoying. If we can stay above 60, I still think Ben is the best name for now. But my goodness, can we just get something that like actually breaks out and goes? Can we get that? Are we asking for too much? Yeah. Yep. Bilal? Yeah. Nothing seems to want to like break through and actually go. Like we haven't had that. Right? IBG wasn't really a breakout, but still. Click, kind of the same boat, right? Like everything seems to like want to break out and then say thanks guys. Thanks for coming. Faith has just been sitting at the top there, no follow through. So BENF still looks like one of the better names because it actually has the volume, but still, my goodness. Yep. Thanks, but no thanks is what the market's doing. Annoying for sure. Okay, look at that. So I guess we're coming all the way back down to retest. Ridiculousness. Ridiculousness. Raven, are you still playing with this one, Cree? And then yeah, so for IBG, watch that 200 EMA because that's the level that it's been holding. So closer to $4. Zura, too much stalling at the top, and then Dipskis, right? T-Rex. So we'll see when that thing decides to curl at some point. See if and when we decide to curl. BENF again. Let's see if we can stay above that 60-cent retest. Sounds good, Golf. Get some work done. No, that was CRE, Raven. Cree. Good morning, Mookie. Good morning. You can tell, that the market's slow because all of social media is quiet. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Yeah, ANAB. ANAB. Yeah, it's one of those like super slow and steady, but a more expensive name. But it's done well, right? Nothing crazy, like 36%, right? 37%, nothing crazy, but yeah, slow and steady. Absolutely, Golf. Have a wonderful day as well. Sounds good, Raven. Okay. It's doing nicely. DPRO. This is doing nicely. Mookie, I'm gonna find you. But no, if you bought this thing up the bottom though, like 790, then yeah, I can see why you're saying that. Right? Up 20%, holding above the demand zone, the 200, so not bad, right? But again, another name with not a whole lot of volume. Jim SPRC. Is it so? Your question is it curling? Yeah, it's trying to. As long as you stay above $6 here, yeah, that's not too bad, Jim. Um, the only obstacle here is that downtrend that it is creating. Already, so resistance at 640 there, so it needs to break above that to really confirm the curl. But yeah, good consolidation above 6, and then a bounce. Pizza. Ah, history, history, history. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Fate is finally making a brand new high here, but that's like 1 penny every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. A wolf is trying to come back. Not that it's anything crazy, but BENF is holding that 60 cents. Okay. Is Apple green today? And the markets are getting slapped again. Slapped again. Even the markets are pump and dumps. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Sheesh. Weakness. Weakness. Pizza. Yeah. No trades. No trades day for you since you're at work. Okay, sounds good. Just in case something good, too good to pass up appears, Chris. I like it. Yeah. Right. That's how it should be. On days like this when the market's super slow, yeah. Don't mind at all. IBG is holding that 200 EMA still, which isn't bad. But yeah, if SPRC can break above 640, then um, TLIH with the pop. I'm calling your manager. Beanie. No, at the right time when there's no. Look at BENF. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. This seems to be the trend now, though, is like super slow in the morning, and then something shows up, and if it doesn't, or whether it does or not, we then it's after hours. Something flies after hours. It's kind of annoying though, because then we basically sit here and just wait and wait and wait, right? But it's always like that. Every so often we have a week that's like this, where everything's super slow, and then the next week it's like, oh my goodness, fireworks. Everything's up. Everything that goes up the scanner goes up 200%. Isn't that interesting how that works? Like some weeks, everything is up 200%. As soon as it pops, it goes up 100% immediately. And then some other weeks, it's like, damn, we can barely get 50%. Barely. Barely. ZYBT. Hmm. ZYBT. That thing came out of nowhere and halted up. Yeah. Out of nowhere. Yeah, I think so too, Pizza. I didn't really watch it. I didn't really care to watch it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't think he should have lost though. Yeah. I never wait. I make things happen. You know what, Dan? You know what? You know what? Do 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 do. The difference is the legend gives you access to Discord, so the community, right? Just the community, and then the goat is not available. But if you get the goat VIP, it gives you access to one-on-ones. So then we can chat. Yeah, go to Smelly. uh, yeah, SPRC is trying them. This thing is doing it just for Peter, This thing is gonna squeeze just for Peter, just so Peter can have memories. Yeah, Bigfoot had extra two toes, Pizza. Bigfoot. Didn't you read that article when Bigfoot was sighted in 1972? Bigfoot was sighted in yeah. 24/7. I know, right? Yeah. No, the goat membership is sold out. So if you're interested in that, sign up for the goat VIP level. SPRC looking good. About to test the view app here. Do it for pizza. Do it, do it, do it. Maybe I shouldn't have said do it for pizza, you know? Yeah, Zura has just been super weak. Super, super weak. You can clearly see the stalling at the top, right? The T-Rex. T-Rex slap. So maybe we actually come all the way back down and retest the breakout. All the way back down. IBG is doing a good job actually of holding the 200 EMA. So holding the $4 level. And ZYBT still halted up. Has a real life uh the difference is the goat level is sold out, and then the goat VIP gives you access to one-on-ones like right away, Derek. Alrighty, so if you click on the link, Derek, it's gonna give you the so click on the link. So click on this link there, the join link. It's gonna give you the benefits of the goat VIP. There goes a ZYBT though, nice pompa. This is what happens when the markets are slow. Is like sometimes a random name will just show up and fly. Just super random. Show up and go boom skis. Let's see. There we go. Okay. There's a little mini supply zone sitting at like 440, right below 440 for ZYBT. Yeah, nice pump. It did. I'm not surprised, honestly. I'm not surprised. It's a China name, so maybe they're just blocking all the China names. Yep. Jason. Yeah. YouTubers mini rubbish. Okay. Why isn't Rumble working? TLIH. 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 Interesting. TL. Yeah, I hate that how there's so many different random names today. It's like one runs and then it dies and then another one runs. There's just no consistency here. Right, ZYBT still looking good though. Same resistance. So the closer you get to 440, the more resistance you're gonna have. But yeah, super slow. So Derek, yeah, you get one right away, and it's usually like every 2 weeks. Derek. Alrighty. NVDA. What's pumping NVIDIA? NVIDIA is just a beast, you know. Everybody looked around and said, you know what? We might as well just go with NVIDIA. I don't really see a specific headline here, Dan. No, 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 no. There was a buy target though by Citigroup, with a target raised to $210 price target. I'm sure little things like that, you know, add up, right? Price target upgrade to $210 from 200. Nvidia stock climbs as Wall Street doubles down on its AI lead. So again, not very specific, but right, some of this stuff adds up. And ZYBT still looking good here, retesting that resistance. Yeah, they had that core weave news, but I kind of figured that it would be pumping the other one instead of pumping Nvidia, you know. DPRO with a nice pop there. I don't know if I'd call it cooking, but yeah, Nvidia looks nice. Can you imagine Nvidia was at $86 a few months ago? 86 to 186 now. Impressive, huh? And guess what? The S&P just went from the bottom back to the top again. Crazy, crazy, huh? Crazy, crazy. Nvidia, a beast. ZYBT is failing at that same resistance of $4.40. Surprise, surprise. No, not really. Nvidia. Craziness. Look at that beauty. Beautiful. I'm surprised this isn't dragging the markets up a lot more, though. Dragging the markets up a lot more. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, okay, okay. I blame Dan. Dan made. Anyways, let's go. Sit in front of the camera. Yes, yes. You have it. You have one job. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I mean, it's not like anything is cooking, you know. Like Wolf is still doing okay, but other than that, it's not like anything else is really cooking. You know, we need Rob, make something happen, please. Make something happen. What happens to SPRC? What do you mean? What happens? I don't understand. What do you mean? What happens? Do, 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 do. What do you mean? Do, 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 do. What's your position in SPRC, by the way? Let me know, and I'll take a closer look. IPO price, FEMI, ISD is there an IPO today called FEMI? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. See, this is what I mean, though, right? Like ZYBT looked good, and then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, no follow through. You know what I mean? Like today just seems like that type of vibe. The 20, the first of next month, so tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look later today. Then, if it's actually priced, I'll take a look. Yeah, no, IBG doesn't look bad. IBG has done a good job, TJ, like holding that 200 EMA, even on the left hand side, right? Like, look, in the morning, pre market, open, it's done a really good job holding that 200 EMA. So that white line is what I'm referring to. So as long as we continue to hold above that 200, you should be okay. Yeah, let's go. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Let me take a look at DPR again. Yeah, good little scalpy. Howard. Yeah, look at that. Good job. Let's go. Tony, no, not fixed. Why? Because they suck. That's why. Uh, let's see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I know, right, Tony? Like it's so crazy to me, but so crazy. BQ's at the highs of the day again. IBG is actually looking not too bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, there goes IBG again. Yeah, that's really not bad. It's done an excellent job with that 200 EMA. Excellent job with that 200. I've seen yeah, seriously. I think it's more so waiting for like insurance to approve like the fixing plans. But yeah. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What do you know? What Andy? STM. Was that delisted? STM. STM. And do I? Oh, like in terms of like why it's down so much? Not a clue. Not a clue. Every single day though, it seems like there's a name that goes down like 90% every day now. Every day there's a stock that's down 90%. H10 halt. Okay. Yeah. Every day there's something. By the way, good job on DPRO, Howard. Good job. I like that a lot. Well done. Little scalpies. Yeah, slow is so that looks good, and so does IBG. So IBG really needs to reclaim that $5 resistance and then go from there. $5 resistance and cook. What do you Rob, what are you seeing for the markets? IBG. Anybody holding IBG? Uh, IBG and DPRO. Those are the ones that are looking good for now. Looking good for now. Ridiculous. Ridiculousness. Yep, Howard. No, that's okay. You're green for the day, right? So stay green. Stay green. And DPRO is testing the highs of the day, so it looks like a mini little breakout there. Again, we really haven't had follow through for breakouts, but it's trying to break out. And then IBG's obviously had that resistance at $5, right? So, uh, Rob, yeah, yes, as in you. There goes DPRO, brand new highs again. Hmm. Hey, yo, Willie. Hello, hello. Yeah, NVIDIA is just cooking, highs on highs on highs. Howard, yeah, if you form at resistance and we go down, I'm gonna find you. I know where you live. I will find you. So these are the top. I mean, Wolf is all the way back again to the highs, guys. Right. So I know some of you guys were holding this one. So I know some of you were holding this one. What is this? The third time now? The fourth time we've been to this $5 resistance for IBG. And every time it gets there, it's a problem. Every time, it's a problem. Every time. Virus, where are you now, Virus? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Maybe now that Virus is here, the market's gonna behave. Yep. No, Wolf has done well with the comeback. Um, but now you're also sitting at 32 resistance, Howard. So double tops. And what? And thrust. And what? And thrust. 32. Yep. Now again, it was thrusting. DPRO Martin. Now there's a bit of resistance at 930. BENF, it's trying to. Right, that's what I mean. Like these names, you can see curlies all over the place, the opportunities, but like just nothing wants to follow through is the only is the downside. Wolf, yeah, Wolf is breaking out now. So brand new highs of the day for the Wolf. Brand new highs for the Wolf. Yep, 32.40. Well, see if that candle can actually close above that previous double top though. The double tops. IBG, same spot. Same spot. 97 at 6 p.m. is wild. Virus, welcome to violence. No more cold, no more nothing. 36 degrees. Yeah. Yup. Only violence now. When you come back, if 10. If, yeah, the skin will look different. Be like, who's that? Who? Yeah. BENF still just, in that same stupid range. Same silly range. Let's see. What's SPY doing here? That's what I was asking you, Rob. Useless Nyash. That was a pretty sweet double top for some zero DTE. So now you're retesting the downtrend and the 200 and the VWAP there. If that thing doesn't hold that level though, blood, violence. That looks interesting there. If that thing doesn't hold that level, then it's violence. Then it is violence. Let's see what it does. Wolf is still failing at the double top for now. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. And then IBG is still failing at the same resistance. DPRO with resistance obviously there as well. So we shall see. Yeah, the probably 200 at some point before the year ends. I would say maybe that's the year end target for NVIDIA. 200. 200. Hmm. Next, Palantir's BBAI. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised with these names now. BENF is still curling here, which is nice. BENF. Open is making selling real estate. That's cool. That's interesting, actually. 51, Dave. Oh, nice. Okay, very nice. Thanks, and that would be interesting. That'd be very interesting, actually. Then Ben F could really, really cook. Let's see. Yeah, it might just be that type of day. ST for SPY. Yeah, sideways. I mean, it's that type of day for all of these other stocks, you know, for all of them. So on the scanners, Wolf and How, Lord have mercy. Yeah, BENF at least is curling back up again to that 66. This one's looked promising today, just no follow through. So maybe now, maybe this time, for the millionth time of testing 66. Yeah, pump and dumps all over the place, Shima. All over the place today. Yeah, that was a very good scalp from a Cupcake Muffin. Yeah, see, average is 50-50. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good scalp. Every time we get to this resistance, though, it seems to have a problem, like right away. Right away. DLXY. Yeah. So you want to be very careful, please. Pretty please. Virus, are you able to? Did you get a new broker? Or are you able to use the same ones? What did you do? Yeah. Yeah, Wolf is still testing brand new highs of the day. So this one's actually been really good. There's a stock that just popped up on the scanner, NUTR. NUTR. NUTR, yeah. I mean, it's no ticker symbol, so and then Zuzi with the pop as well. $60 million Bitcoin purchase. Zuzi. Maybe to use and for now, not pay taxes. Yeah, they should be able to have like a broker there, though, Virus, that you can use. No. Raven, you got into YCBD this morning. Okay. There goes a breakout again for Wolf. Again, this one's gonna be super slow, but at least it's trending in the right direction. At least we're moving in the right direction. Mm. 33.23. Yeah. YCBD. Let me take a look at that one too. Yeah, closer to $1 is nice, Raven. And if Trump can put out any more tweets, that would definitely be good for this. Would be good. And IBG just keeps testing $5 here. 5 and failing. Maybe this time it's gonna break out. Maybe. maybe this time. Sheesh. Goodness. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Again, can we really trust these candles? Well, we're hitting highs of the day, so maybe we can. Maybe we can. Is anybody holding IBG in the chat? Anybody? Anybody? Do, 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 do. Yeah. As long as those candles actually start closing above 5, then maybe we have something there. Do, do, do. 523. 523. You're out, Sky? Okay, you were in it? Do, 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 do. Let's see. One second. Yeah, I really it's just been suspicious. There we go. 520. This is the highest level we've hit so far. So yeah, definitely the candles definitely do look sketch. Wolf still looks nice. BENF has just been annoying all day today. And let's see if we can get some consistent higher lows though on IBG here, because again, like I said, this still looks sketchy. Still looks a little bit sketch. As much as we broke about $5, we broke it in such a weird way that it looks like a scam. You know, like when you get those aggressive candles above your breakout line, it's like, okay, okay, right? So just be careful. What's Spy doing here? Spy came all, my goodness, look at that. Like we came all the way back down again. All the way back down. All the way back down to the bottom. Isn't that crazy? Like that resistance was there, obviously, looked obvious, right? And then all the way back down to the bottom. Are we gonna go all the way back up again to the top? President Trump just said we'll be reducing drug prices by 100% and in some cases more. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work, but guess we shall find out. Yeah, that was a good scalp on if you played zero DTE, right? So really good resistance at the top there. Slapped hard. Doo, doo. Mm, doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Mm. There we go. That was a good test of the bottom, though. Man, that would have been a really good long at the bottom there. Yeah, they will pay you to the drugs now. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Do, 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 do. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know if the markets are just gonna keep going sideways today, or if we're actually gonna pick a direction. I wonder. From Oval Office, so you're waiting now, Hurricane? Yeah, probably the right thing to do. There is a bit of resistance here, though. 50 VWAP, 200 EMA, so that should be interesting. Look at this. Look at IBG. IBG is halted down. Isn't that crazy? Right, like I said, the way we break out sometimes is so important. Like sometimes it just looks like a scam, right? When you see a massive green candle above like a resistance that's been strong resistance, you know they're trying to scam you. So when you're in, you better take those gains. Take the gains. Yeah, free drugs. Doo-doo. I mean, I think we all know that drug prices are way too expensive. Like some of these things, you're like, wait. Especially people that have like really, like people that are really sick and like their insurance covers it, but then like you're like, wait, your insurance pays like $10,000 a month for this drug. Like, what the hell does that drug really do? Like, does it cure you or does it keep you on it? So it's just like a little scam that they do between themselves. At least they're the ones paying it, but still though, all very suspicious. All very suspicious. Do, 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 do. Mm. There you go. Winterfell. Yep, exactly. Like it's just it is what it is, though. What can you do? Yep, all free, all free, 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 free. They mark up 300%, so cutting 100% is honestly 33% cut. Yeah, I figured. I figured. It sounds amazing when he says 100%, right? But at least it's a drop of some kind, though. At least it's a drop of some kind. So yeah, it looks like we failed at that 50 VWAP area and then came back down for SPY. So Yeah. Ah. Oh well, what can we do? Sometimes the people that are on those don't really have a choice. I still find it crazy though that like, you know, the percentage or the amount of people that go bankrupt because they don't have a choice and they have to take a drug or like a medical, like health wise, they have to go through a procedure and then they end up, bankrupt. Is like it's crazy, isn't it? Crazy, crazy. I think we had I think I met someone once that like was $1 million in debt just because he was so sick and he had to go to the hospital so many times. Like $1 million. He never paying that off. Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. Yep. Yeah, no choice, yeah. At that point you almost need to move to like to one of those you move to like one of those countries where like it's all about clean living, meditation, clean environment, maybe that'll help you, you know? Maybe your body heals itself that way. IBG looks like they're gonna kill it this time. I mean, it's testing the 200 again, so who knows? Okay. BENF, NVIDIA. Are you still holding those NVIDIA calls, Dan? Or did you get rid of those? Is anything else here green? Everything looks more suspicious than it doesn't. Suspicious. Yeah, Shima for sure. For sure, for sure. Ah. Craziness. Craziness. Yeah, Ben F honestly still looks hopeful. Like it really does. If you would get the follow through on it, it would be nice. And Spy looks like they want to test the bottoms again, unless they want to give us an inverse head and shoulder. Are you just you we shall see. Social Security. When's Trump speaking again? Is he just late or? Let's see. When is he not speaking? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Yep, yep, yep. Then again, that's the job of Biden did it like initially, and then he was not non-existent anymore. So they all do it. Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben. 65, 66. DPRO. Yeah. Little demands on them, Martin, trying to come back. Yep. Maybe Howard is in this again. Howard, did you jump back into this? And then Ben really wants to break out this time. You're not? Okay. That's okay. That is okay. 66. Here we go again. uh, Howard, I try. I try, before the chaos starts. Yeah. Ah. Is anybody still holding Ben in the chat? Anybody? And then Spy sitting like on a really nice downtrend, a really nice uptrend there. Maybe we bounce off this level. Maybe a little bouncy up that level. Maybe not. That thing said bounce. Where? Uh, yes, Ahmad. Okay. Yeah, Ahmad. What's your entry for Ben? What's your entry? What did you get in at? Here we go. 67. Maybe this time. Maybe this time. Maybe. Hopefully. Shish. 62. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, you can see like it's really trying to push him. Right? We just had no follow through today. Just not a whole lot of follow through. Mm. One second. There we go, BENF. Highs of the day, finally. We knew you could do it, Ben. There you go, Matt. Are you happier now? Happy, happy? Uh, 3, 2, 1. 70 cents. Finally, some green. Good. Yeah. Good, good, good. Finally, that entry actually resembles like a plan, So that's good. There we go. Yeah, we need to get back above like 70 cents. That's the actual high. So 71.50. 71.50 is the high from pre-market. So if we can break above that, then maybe that momentum will finally kick in. Good job. Yeah, so also like again, if you want to take those gains at resistance in the supply zone, just always remember that there's nothing wrong with that, right? So from 62 to 70 cents, not a bad boomski. Not a bad boomski. Yeah, there's a downtrend there for DPRO, right? That purple line is kind of there as your resistance, as your warning. Wolf is trying to come back again like it has all day today, so that's not bad. And then we need Ben to break out again. We need the breakout again, Ben. 68. Okay, good. At least some progress there, man. Some progress there. Uh, there we go. Perfect. So it looks like SPY popped off the bottom again. Off the bottoms again. That's actually a really nice pop. But again, that bottom was kind of predictable as well, so that's good. It would be nice if Ben could just stay above this, 66. That would be nice. At least for a start. Okay. What did I do? Nothing. Just some cake, movie. Yeah, nothing crazy, virus. Nothing really crazy. Nothing. And then just relax, I was gonna do a class, but then I was like, just chill, relax. Yeah, just simple stuff. I ran 6 miles. It's been a long time since I ran that. Yeah, 6 mile run. Yeah, I was like a real sugar rush. ah, yep. No, it was good. Howard, you're making progress now. That's all that matters. Just with gains today. Let's go, Dave. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Yeah, 70 cents. 2 days. uh, Unbelievable, Dan. Unbelievable. There we go. It has to be something scary behind you or delicious in front of you, Salat. Yeah, yeah. Running is not like the most amazing thing. Also, like I hear that it's not that good for your knees, anyways. So you're better off walking or getting on the bike or something like that. You know, get on the bike, walk. Yeah, but I do enjoy running though. Yeah, Wolf has done really well. Done well. Yeah, this one's we're gonna be at some point we're gonna be like, oh, why is it at why is it at $40? Why is it at 50? Because and DPRO still curling. We need that 72 breakout here for this one. Need the breakouts. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. We have another 20 minutes or so, guys, and then I know it's been super slow today, but another 20 minutes, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Yeah, that was a pretty good bounce for SPY there, but again, the range has been quite predictable. Same bottom today, same top. So no huge surprises here. Especially when you see it consolidating like that at the bottom, maybe it is going to bounce. Maybe it is going to bounce. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. There we go, BENF, finally. Finally. Sheesh. It only took the entire day. So we finally made it past that pre-market high. Finally. Virus, I don't know. Do 75 incoming. Looking good, Ben. Looking good. Do, do, do. There we go. 70 to 73, Jim. Okay, there you go. Quick little scout piece. P fixed IPO, Joel. Is that coming out today or when? When does that come out? Hmm. Because I that wasn't on the list when I checked. Hive. Is Hive crypto or cannabis? Jose. Do, 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 do. The crypto or the cannabis? Mm, mm, mm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Did Spy just had a spike there? Did someone say something? Or was that just a spike? Dan, do you see anything? I think crypto? Okay. Yeah, Hive, yeah. Did someone say something? Or was that just a scam candle? That seemed a bit suspicious. Do, 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 do. A bit suspicious. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Anyways, yeah, Ben's still looking good. I think we might just be retesting the like the breakout spot. So let's see if that thing can actually stay above. Do, 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 do. 7630, Sean. Do you have resistance at 7630? Yeah, kind of. I think I would almost round that to 7650, just because there's a supply zone there. That's what I would do, Sean. But yeah, same though. Same. Yeah. Spy. Wolf looks like we hit a double top above 3420, or close to 3420. And yep. Yeah, so for now it looks like that double top that we had from pre-market at 30, like seven, let's just call it 71, whatever, is the level that we're playing at for now. So let's see if we can close above that little line there. Oof, look at the size of that drop. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us, click that link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and come join us in Discord. You did, Mohammed? Good job. Yeah. Yeah, BENF is just more of a, like, I mean, anything today, right? You have to lock in those gains and run away because nothing seems to want to hold. Nothing at all seems to be holding. So, yeah, lock in those gains. 70 to 75. Yeah. Glad you sold. Glad you sold it. Yeah, so we have like 10 more minutes, guys, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Like 10 more minutes, and then who do I have for one-on-ones today? Okay. Again, anybody in the chat that's a GOAT member or GOAT VIP that hasn't had a one-on-one yet, that's ready, let me know, please. Let me know. How's EPOW? And it looks good if you're in a position. Looks good if you're in a position, and the volume is really slow. You can see that the way the candles look, you can tell the volume is really low and it's really not going anywhere fast, right? But it looks good if you're in a position, though. If you're looking for a brand new position, then that's when it gets a bit more complicated. You're in, okay. What are you in at? And hopefully you're in closer to $1.30 than anything else, right? There's a nice demand zone in the $1.30 area. So for now, it would be good if we stayed above a dollar 130. Oof, look at that. Good job. I like it. It would be good though if this thing could, you notice how like we have this 200 resistance here, right? So the 200 EMA, right? It would be nice if that thing stayed above it. So 200, 200, finally breakout. It would be nice if we just stayed above that line, That would be a good start. So good job. I like it. I like it. NVIDIA is slowly creeping back towards the high of the day there, virus. Slowly, slowly. And Ben's just annoying. Would be nice if Bitcoin ever did its own thing, You know? Yeah. You know. If what price is good for Nvidia buy? I honestly don't know how to answer that question because I feel like we've answered that question for months and months now so far. I think virus will have more patience with that question. I just don't know. um, when you ask that question at all-time highs, then I don't know how to answer that question. Uh, oh, thank you, Dustin. Yeah. Major announcement from the Oval Office. Major announcement. Yep, exactly. $40 for NVIDIA. 40? Howard, are you still holding that position? Or did you chicken out? Unbelievable. Is SPY gonna break out here, or are we just gonna play games here in this range and then slap? And this one's really slow. EPOW really slow, but still holding above. Really slow. There goes DP. DPRO. So that's a nice bounce. I know Speedy is in this one most likely, right? Speedy? Most likely. Yup. Highs of the day? Yeah, highs of the day. 1050. Yeah, 1050, 52-week high on this thing. Not sure if it's the all-time high or just the 52-week high, but yep. NVIDIA has been a beast. A beast. Some of these candles we're getting in the markets now, crazy candles. What does the yellow candle mean? Howard, the yellow candle refers to potential reversal. You haven't watched that video, have you? Don't make me find you. The yellow candle is there to kind of say, hey, there's a potential reversal coming soon. That's what it's there for. Nance's prescription. Okay, was that that was the announcement, wasn't it? The drugs. Yeah. So it wasn't like a whole crazy thing then. Yeah. Yesterday was the weed. Yep. Yep. BENF is going to be annoying all day today. Up, down, up, down, up. I mean, if you're scalping and it's not annoying, but if you're not, then it becomes very annoying. Very annoying. Even in this silly market though, type yes in the chat if you're green for the day. If you're green for the day, type yes. Three, six. Yeah. Not as annoying as SoFi. Yeah. Dan, let's go. MNQ. Everybody's like, you know what? We don't care. Is Dan the only one that's green today? I know it's not true. Be green from sitting on my hands. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Right? Like even look at this. Like DPRO looks good, and then all of a sudden it's fat red candles. Right? BENF is gonna be super annoying, but at least it's doing the right thing. You know, super annoying. But we're back in the 70s though. You're still watching this one, right, Ahmad? Let it cook, Speedy. Let it cook. Yeah, that thing needs to break above 1050 and then push for 10 sorry, 950 and then push for $10. DPRO. And then Ben is the other one. That looks okay too. Choo, choo, choo. Choo, 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 choo. Okay. NVIDIA long up 42% A. Well done. Congratulations. NQ. Okay, it's not too bad then. Okay, good. Good. Hopefully only up, you know. Only up. Progress only. Yeah, look at that, right? We just went from 950 guys back to $9 on DPRO, right? That's what I mean. Like there's rarely any follow through today. It's just constant up and down. Up, down, up, down. So SPY ended up failing at that level. Yeah, obviously. Obviously. It looks a bit suspicious there. If this level doesn't hold, then we're going all the way back down again. All the way back down. 21% virus? Okay. Did you spam it enough? No, next time a little bit more, please. Of a day since you gotta work. Tony, good. We need one. We need it. Spy's looking a bit sus here. Like we're about to get a fat red candle or something. But there's also the last few candles have all been holding this level though. Yeah, no, Ben doesn't look bad. Ben's just been annoying today. Ben. Anyways, let me know if you have any last questions, guys. The 4 hour for SPY. Uh-oh. Virus. The beautiful double top, is that what you're looking at? For some reason, we have a line at 66178. Yeah. The only reason why, like, I don't call it a head and shoulders because of that one candle that went to the double top. But yeah. Yep. That second 4 hour candle confirms the double top. Sorry, the head and shoulder. But yeah, the other candle, the main candle though, just gives us the double top there. The only difference now though, virus, is that double top is more important just because was still not breaking down yet. You know what I mean? Like we hit the double top, head and shoulder, all of that, but we're still not breaking down. If we break down below that 60 again, oof, confirmation abyss. But now it's actually trying to crawl here. Yeah. Once we get a high, like once we get a lower high, like especially like from yesterday, like if we break yesterday's low, yeah, 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 problems, problems. On Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we need to break under to confirm. Nvidia breaking out is a good sign though. Yeah, exactly. So that's the only thing that's saving it now is we haven't broken under yet to confirm it. Breakdown and slap, slap. Mm-mm. Ben. On the company, Robert. Okay. US, Canada must have cameras. Transit vehicles. Okay, interesting. Here we go again. 75 cents. 75 cents. So current high of the day is 77. I have a feeling this one isn't quite done yet, but doesn't make it any less annoying. But anyways, anyways, but yeah, we're gonna leave it here for the day, though, guys. Again, unless anybody has any last questions. Have a wonderful afternoon. We will continue in Discord. Hopefully, the market can interview. But Wolf was on the thick of same jump. Oh, yeah. We go at night, Martin. Get some coffee. Yeah, some tea. Much love, Dan. Don't give back those gains. Be kind to each other. Yes, please. I'll win live again tomorrow morning at 9:10 a.m. Eastern, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Whenever I give a time, it's always Eastern, guys. Always Eastern. Always, always. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, don't forget to smash a like before you leave. Hit that subscribe if you're new. If you do want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and come join us. Thank you so lot. Hopefully something shows up and cooks at some point because we need it. Yeah, we need it. We need to cook. These markets are a little bit too slow for our liking, Brian. Maybe after hours will be much better. William says, "Will, you still need to set up a one-on-one, right? So whenever you're ready, watch those videos. Whenever you're ready, let me know, and then we'll schedule one. When you use stop loss, how do you execute them when there is a quick drop past your stop loss? I usually use the stop market ones. And Matt C on the dark side. I usually use the stop market ones. Um, I usually use the stop market. So if it drops past, it's gonna get filled at whatever price. Just because the limits don't seem to work out really nicely. Um, yeah, there goes Ben, right? So Ben has been annoying today, but it's done really well. Yeah, I hate the limit stops because it's just a matter of time before it drops too quickly and it skips past, and then you're like, wait, what the hell do I do now? There goes 81 cents, guys. Ooh, Ben is cooking now. Ben said, "Let me cook, please. Let me cook, please. Let me cook," Ben said. Anybody still holding Ben in the chat? Oof. So your next little resistance is 84, 84, 80, 80, 84, 85 there. Huh, interesting. Why did SPY spike like that? SPY is at the highs of the day now, guys. What the hell was that? What happened there? It's a weird spike there. We've had some really weird spikes on SPY today. Time to cook. Yeah. Time to cook. Yeah, so 84 to 85 is your next little obstacle there for Ben. Alrighty, so just be mindful of that. Alrighty, please and thank you. But yeah, that was a nice push though. Thank you, BLK. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll continue watching Ben in Discord, obviously. Alrighty, we'll keep watching Ben in Discord. Have a wonderful rest of the day, guys. Well, higher lows and higher highs and higher lows. It's been wild this month. Yeah, for like the brother markets. Yeah. So again, be safe, and we'll see you guys in Discord. Much love, everybody. Bye for now. Smash a like before you go if you haven't already, please. Bye, guys. Bye bye.